We're spoiled here in western Pennsylvania by the beauty.
Complete with rugged terrain and beautiful nature.
It is absolutely breathtaking.
Not to mention, filled with some really great people.
We are all about helping people.
We're in the beautiful Laurel Highlands. This is your town, Seven Springs.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. We are live from Seven Springs Mountain Resort for your town, Seven Springs, and I'm fortunate to have Tim Rigby with me.
Yeah, and we both got all the rib meat out of our teeth and we think we're ready to go. Now, typically we highlight the people and the history of a certain town, and we're going to do that. We're going to talk a lot about Seven Springs today, no doubt about that, but we're also going to explore the southern part of the Laurel Highlands.
Now, happening here this weekend is the Rib and Wing Festival. I think it's been going on for, what, 7 years now?
7 years, yes.
This is, they take this as a big business here. I mean, this is for real. They usually, if you get down here, you'll see all these big, huge trophies, lots of hardware, but this is Seven Springs style. So this is what the winners of different categories will take home, one of these snowboards. So we've got 4 categories, People's Choice, Manager's Choice, Best Ribs, and Best Wings, or Best Sauce, I think it is. I'm sorry about that. But everyone is trying to take home these snowboards. So it's pretty serious, and we've tried some of these ribs, and they are fantastic.
It's worth the trip. It's very good, yeah. But first, let's take a look at how Seven Springs got its start.
The first skiers hit the slopes at Seven Springs in 1935. That's when winter enthusiasts used wooden plank skis with leather bindings. They would return to the summit by means of an improvised rope tow. It was built from an old Packard automobile engine. This rope tow was one of the first ever built in the United States.
In 1960, Seven Springs also introduced one of the first snowmaking systems in the country and continues to provide some of the best snowmaking and grooming on the East Coast.
In 2013, the neighboring Hidden Valley Resort, which originally opened in 1955, became part of the Seven Springs family. And that family continues to write the history of skiing in the Laurel Highlands with the grand reopening of Laurel Mountain in Ligonier. That's coming up this winter.
Together, the 3 mountains will create a diverse winter sports destination expected to bolster the region's tourism industry and draw visitors from all over to experience the mountainous landscapes of west central Pennsylvania.
Well, Seven Springs Mountain Resort is known for its skiing, snow tubing, snowboarding, but really it's a year-round destination.
Yeah, you can tell from all the people behind us right now. This is a place to come any time of the year. There is so much to do here. You got hiking, biking, golfing, fishing, paddling. I mean, you name it.
And they can do it here.
They can do it, but there's something else you got to do when you come to Seven Springs. The Laurel Ridgeline Zipline Tour has been up and running for years, and you can take it from us. It is an experience like none other.
We suited up and headed out, or should I say up. From the way I see it, my life is now in their hands, and I keep telling myself Sarah and Greg are more than capable.
We have very intensive training here and have to pass a few tests. It's just a lot of work. It takes a mental and physical toll on you, but it's absolutely worth it.
The tour covers over a mile of zip lines from the very top of the mountain to the very bottom, dropping about 900 feet in elevation.
What it has done is opened up more adventures on the backside of the mountain, which is notoriously difficult to access. So the canopy tour is actually accessed by chairlift, and you're zipping from tree to tree on platforms, and all the while as you go through the tour, you're actually learning about the environment around you.
After learning the fundamentals, we're off.
See you over there.
Soaring great lengths through and above the trees.
Cross your
Tim
legs.
and I aren't big fans of heights, but we find the forward-moving motion really helps ease any anxiety. And the safety harness, it really does all the work. All we need to do is enjoy the ride. Platform by platform, we zip our way down at each stop, catching our breath, taking in the view, and learning about the ecology of the Laurel Highlands.
There we go.
Mastering the skills needed for the final zip. 150 feet high, reaching speeds of 40 to 45 miles per hour.
Okay, here we go.
These sound scary, but there's no fear, just a thrill and an appreciation that we live in one of the most breathtaking places around.
Everyone did awesome. You guys started out great, and then you guys just kept the enthusiasm the whole way through the course. So
And I gotta say, Tim was a real champ. He had it down from the beginning. Now you can master the Laurel Ridgeline Zipline Tour too. You got to be double digits. You got to be at least 10 years old. You got to weigh at least 90 pounds and have reasonable strength and health. Really, it's super easy. And some of the guides' favorite stories when we were talking afterwards were of 90-plus-year-olds, 90-plus-year-olds completing this tour and crossing it off their bucket list.
And right now we have with us Katie Bouchon, the communications manager at Seven Springs. And we did okay, didn't we, for the first time? Really? We did okay.
I think Jen won.
Okay.
No. That's amazing.
Well, it was foggy and, well, okay. But it's beautiful, beautiful views from up there. And it's a chance to really see, as you mentioned, the side of the springs a lot of folks never get the opportunity to see.
You're up in the trees. I mean, you really get a different perspective of these dramatic landscapes in the Laurel Highlands.
Now, Katie, you have the Ribbon Wing Festival this weekend, which is really popular, but can you talk about some of the other things coming up this summer?
We've got a whole event schedule coming up. August 6th and 7th, we have a brand new event coming up. It's our Mountain Beer Festival, similar to our Brewski Festival if you've ever attended that. We'll have 30 breweries. You can go around and sample tons of different kinds of craft beers. And you're outside, we'll have country and rock music. That one's going to be a really great time. Further into August, we'll have our IBO World Championships, which is a bow hunting world championship. We'll have bow hunters from all over the world here to compete. And we'll also have the Seven Springs Bow Hunters Open. Anybody can compete in that, so if you think you're a pretty good archer, you come out and try that. We also have our wine festival coming up. We will have Mutts on the Mountain, which is a doggy mud run.
Oh gosh.
And then the first 4 weekends in October, we have our Autumn Fest, which is just a fabulous celebration of fall colors.
And then we get into winter. Talk about Laurel Mountain Resort,
Right.
and that reopening with that.
Yeah, so it's so exciting. Our family is growing. Hidden Valley joined us in 2013, and this year we'll be opening up Laurel Mountain, which has been closed for some years. It's going to be really cool. We'll have a 3-mountain destination here in the Laurel Highlands. And what we really want to do is create a real bolstering effect on the tourism industry here in the Laurel Highlands, bring people from far and wide. It's amazing. We have this 3-mountain ski destination right here at home.
And there is so much going on here at Seven Springs, Hidden Valley, and also with Laurel Mountain too. So anytime you want to know any of this information, just go to sevensprings.com. It's all there.
The number 7springs.com.
All right, thank you very much. There's a lot more to come with your town, Seven Springs, and after the break, we're going to branch out to some surrounding Seven Springs areas, and we're going to talk about a farm that's purpose is to help people and a restaurant that's been around almost as long as Seven Springs. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are live from Seven Springs Mountain Resort for this edition of Your Town. And right now it's the Ribbon Wing Festival here at Seven Springs. And we're also going to highlight some of the people, places, and things that make this area so special. So about 7 miles away from Seven Springs near Champion, PA, you're going to find the Sauna View Farms.
And the first part of that, sauna, is of Latin origin. It means health and wellness. And that's exactly the goal of the farm owner.
We are all about helping people.
Sauna View Farms is located in the heart of the Laurel Highlands, nestled in Champion, Pennsylvania. It's very near Seven Springs Mountain Resort, Ohio Pile, and Somerset. Sauna View is situated on a 52-acre organic farm and learning center. Janet McKee is the owner and founder. She's also a holistic health counselor, which means she helps teach people how to prevent and reverse chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and many forms of cancer.
And I've been teaching them what to eat to help heal their bodies. And I realize it's not just what you eat, it's how it's grown and where it comes from.
While you won't find any animals on this farm, there's a lot of organic produce growing. So many things like blueberries and tomatoes.
When I grow the food, we make sure everything is pure. We don't do any chemicals whatsoever. And avoiding genetically modified seeds and produce is also really key for overall health of not only us, but health of our soil and our water and our environment.
But it's not all just about farming and produce. Sauna View has something special.
When you come to visit Sauna View Farms, you can feel it. It is that positive experience of being here that we feel benefits people when they come to visit. So there's like this level of healing that happens just by being here, and not only for the visitors, but of course for us and all of our workers.
And of those workers, many are volunteers. McKee says people register from all over to help at the farm.
People from all over the world can contact us and request to come and stay on our farm for a period of time and help us and volunteer. They feel it's positive for them because they get the experience of coming and learning about organic farming and organic production, and they get the benefit of living on a beautiful organic farm for a period of time.
Produce from Sonneview Farms is available at a few markets and is served in a couple of restaurants. You can also buy produce from the open farm stand. It's available on Friday and Saturday afternoons at the farm along Roaring Run Road in Champion.
How cool is it to have a place like Sonneview Farms right in our backyard? Now, our next story carries about 83 years of history with it. It's been around almost as long as Seven Springs. And chances are you've probably eaten there at some point. It's the Oakhurst Tea Room.
Located along Route 31 in Somerset County, the Oakhurst Tea Room smorgasbord spans 4 generations of owners and customers alike. The current owner says the tea room name comes from when the restaurant used to illegally sell liquor in teapots during the Prohibition era. Of course, now it's a smorgasbord complete with food, salad, and dessert bars. But it got its start serving one signature dish.
It started out with chicken on a waffle, all you could eat for 50 cents. It was served with coleslaw and a piece of pie. It's been everything throughout the years. In the 40s and 50s, it was a popular night spot with some big name bands from New York and Chicago and Philadelphia.
Now, in case you were wondering what Oakhurst looked like 80-some years ago, DePhillips says it was only as big as the area of the current restaurant lobby, with about 14 seats around a horseshoe-shaped bar and 2 booths. He says the kitchen was actually smaller than many people's kitchens at home.
And if you thought the Oakhurst Tea Room has been around a long time, let's go a little farther south in Somerset County to Addison Township, and that's where you'll find the Petersburg Toll House.
Addison Township is home to what's called the Petersburg Toll House. It was established in 1835, about 181 years ago. It was part of the first federally funded highway called the Cumberland Highway.
It was a gateway for pioneers to come through to spread economic growth, and they would establish themselves here. They would create businesses, raise their families, and it's what really brought more people to this area.
Approximately 6 toll houses were along the road, spaced about 15 miles apart, because in that time, 15 miles was the daily travel time. The Great Crossings chapter of the National Society Daughters of American Revolution was established to preserve and restore the toll house.
And we're just getting started. The wind is kicking up. Some clouds are moving in. We're keeping our fingers crossed. A lot more to come. Stay with us. Welcome back to Seven Springs Mountain Resort for your town. It's a busy weekend up here at Seven Springs. We're right in the middle of Ribbon Wing Fest. It continues today through Sunday.
And taking a look at that sky right now, we got just a little bit of rain. We're going to be talking to Tony to see hopefully that this is moving out fast, and the weekend is looking really good.
It is
More on the
looking
weather
good.
in just a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to venture a little farther south, in fact, beyond the Somerset County line into Fayette County.
It's an icon of the Laurel Highlands and an architectural marvel. Let's take a trip to Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water.
This is Falling Water. You've probably at least seen pictures of it. It's a house built by one of America's most famous architects, Frank Lloyd Wright. Constructed between 1936 and 1939 for the Kaufman family. That family owned the Kaufman department store in downtown Pittsburgh, which later became Macy's and is now closed. The house in Fayette County instantly became famous. It doesn't appear to stand on solid ground, but instead stretches over a 30-foot waterfall.
House itself. They were surprised when, in fact, they realized that they would never see the waterfall from inside the house, but would have to continue to make its viewing a destination, which Wright felt was important, because he felt that if you could see it all of the time, it would become commonplace, almost like wallpaper. And that was something he didn't want to happen.
Now, for those of you who like to watch those house-flipping TV shows, here's some stats for you. The main house at Falling Water uses more than 5,300 square feet. Wright only used 2 colors of paint throughout the entire house, a light ochre and a Cherokee red. The final cost of the house, which finished construction in 1939, was $155,000. Falling Water is preserved by the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy, and the house sees more than 167,000 visitors every year.
Jen, it is a great day for ribs. If you're sitting at home and you haven't eaten yet and you're thinking, what are we going to have tonight? Well, I'll tell you what, come up to Seven Springs. We've already done some taste testing.
That's right.
And we give it a 2 thumbs up. So that's 4 thumbs up between us. But it's a great day for ribs.
The festival runs until 9 tonight and from 11 until 9 tomorrow. Now, Tony, we got a little bit of a shower, some dark clouds above us. The nice thing about here at Seven Springs is when you have something pop up like this, there's plenty of places to get under a tent or get under something and stay dry. A lot of people, as you can see, they don't even care. They have no problem getting a little bit wet. Tony, how long is this going to stick around?
Yeah, so what? It rains for a couple minutes and it moves along. It's that type of a pattern. We've been in it over the last couple of weeks, and we will stay in that same pattern heading into this weekend. Let's take a look at Doppler 6 radar. You can see where Jen and Tim are right now, just off to the west-northwest of Somerset. Pretty strong cell. It's not severe, but it's producing heavier downpours and also some gusty winds. That will continue to slide off to the east-southeast, move into Somerset within the next half hour. Another cluster of showers, some embedded thunder every once in a while farther off to the north throughout southern Clearfield County. Coalport, Urvona sliding off to the east into western Center County. Around Phillipsburg right now, Port Matilda, Osceola Mills picking up on some heavier downpours. It's all beneficial rain. It's been very dry over the last couple of weeks, so this rain is good news right now. It doesn't last all that long. Things will move along, and as soon as the rain is done, the sun starts to come right back out. Same pattern will continue into Saturday. A lot of us will stay dry, just a slight risk of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm popping up for the afternoon, 20%. That means most of us will stay dry. 85 on Sunday. Dry day all around. Lots of sunshine. Humidity starts to come back up after a little bit of a break tomorrow. Look at those nighttime lows getting back to about 70. We push 90 on Monday, and we'll do it again later in the week. We'll be back right after the break.
Welcome back to Seven Springs Mountain Resort, where the Rib and Wing Festival is now underway. And as you can tell from those trophies, this is business. These are award-winning ribbers. Anyway, Seven Springs is a year-round destination for those looking to do anything outdoors, even indoors for that matter. But there's another place not too far away from here that a lot of people visit every year for recreation.
Ohiopyle, known for its scenery and really world-famous whitewater rapids. There's something for everyone.
Safety is our #1 priority. Fun is #2.
Whitewater Adventures in Ohiopyle was founded by a local family. Robert and Shirley Marietta opened the shop in 1969 when guests on the river were few and guides were locals who just grew up on the river. Now it's a part of the best whitewater in the United States.
There's lots of other things to do in life. Get rid of your computers, get rid of your cell phones, and float down the river.
The rapids are situated along the Youghiogheny River, also called the Yacht for short. Jim Greenbaum is a manager at Whitewater Adventures. He's a veteran of the rapids and says whitewater rafting is something anyone can do.
We're at the lower Yacht right now, which is a Class 3 with 2 Class 4 rapids. That's good enough for someone like yourself as a brand new beginner, for someone like me who's been a veteran for many years, so the river is big enough for that. So the lower Yacht is pretty much for everyone 12 and above.
But safety is a top priority for Whitewater Adventures.
The guides are either in your boats with you or in kayaks around you, and we ensure that everyone gets down. We explain every rapid before we get to it, and we regroup after each rapid.
And since opening shop in 1969, Ohiopyle has really become a destination spot for those looking for some adventure.
The last I heard from the state, there's over 100,000 people that utilize the river as far as whitewater rafting. And that's everything from guided tours to people that have their own kayaks.
There are several weeks of summer fun. We are not done yet. We'll continue to celebrate the places you call home.
That's right. Next week, we're heading to Tyrone, Blair County, showcasing the things that make that town unique. Marty and I are going to be live at the setup for Hoops Fest. Our broadcast there starts Friday, July 22nd at 5:30. So come on out and join us. And after the broadcast, there will be a celebrity 3-on-3 basketball game going on, so you don't want to miss that.
No, for now, that's all we have from Seven Springs. Jen, it has been a great visit.
It really has been fun here. We have to say thank you to Katie Pujan, along with Sarah and Greg, our zipline guides, everyone here at Seven Springs Mountain Resort. And we cannot forget our crew here at WJAC, who puts this up and spends hours getting this set up every Friday all summer long.
It's been great. We'll turn it over to Erica for the rest of the day's news. We're going to get some ribs and wings.